gonna do right here is settle the score. Look around you. We got a whole room full of monsters. We gonna shut it down like this. Let's go. Yeah. The tricks of the trade, the rules of the game. I've been to the top and I've been to the bottom. I tell you they look about the same. I can speak about comfort. I can speak about
Good evening. We are live from one of the world's most beautiful arenas. This is Falcor Bay. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Making his way to the Hector Macho Camacho, one of the most unique personas boxing has ever seen. Three-time New York Golden Gloves champion, a three-division world champion, and a Hall of Famer.
You can hardly hear yourself speak. The fans are going mad for this.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Culiacan.
Usually you don't need a weather report. These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. Good defense stopping that jab. That counter shot lands. It's bombs away. It is a sunny and hot day, and yes, we're outside, Johnny. No air conditioning or air con, as you say in the UK.
Todd, this is something you can never, ever get used to. How many gyms are built outside? How many times do we train, spar, and everything outside? Now you're having a fight outside. This is where fighters may gas themselves out. This is where the environment may make so much of a difference. You may not realize it, but watch when the rounds roll on.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Nice counter shot. A perfect counter lands. There's a counter shot. The jab doesn't quite connect. With the hook. Ooh, Camacho is in trouble. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Chavez in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Punching. When are we going to see a jab from these two? This fighter has that swarmer's mentality, taking away an opponent's reach, getting on the inside, and just banging and banging and banging.
You fight the swarmer, you've got to protect everything. The body with the elbows, the head with the forearm. You've got to try and push them off balance because they will just stay in your face.
Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. from every angle. They blocked the left there. A typical outside fighter, as you know, focuses on defense, stick and move, stick and move.
Outside fights create so much unpredictable movement. Move left to right, box forward, box backward. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighters.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's all, you know, the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Chavez in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you. On to the third. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
The straight left. That hook just can't find the target. This is a high-octane battle. Nice counter punch right up the middle. This one go to the judges. Misses with the straight left. The courage on display here is incredible. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. That hook won't score. The exchange. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Chavez in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
I seriously hope the judge...
There's the bell for round 4. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Seen in the past from this fighter. They don't get concerned when they lose some. Hold that thought! Oh, and the grand champion might go down. How did they survive that?
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Camacho is buzzed. Good job trying to back out of trouble.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no...
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Oh, watch out. Camacho might be ready to go. Down goes Hector Camacho. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
That's lights out right there. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Okay, this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Hector Camacho. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
I agree.
On to the fifth we go. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff it.
No rest for the weary. Beautiful counter punch. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Well, Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Defense is not an option for these two. No rest for the weary. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Chavez in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Needs a knockout without a doubt.
On to the sixth round. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Holding nothing back here in the round. Nice counter shot. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
So you're getting in there with somebody that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get them close.
Real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Beautiful counter shot. A lot of effort being exerted here. There's a scoring blow. That counter punch caught him clean. Did well to block that right hook. Punch, counter punch. Let's talk about Hector Camacho that last round. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight. Here we go. It's round 7. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Here we go with these two lightning-quick lightweights.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. So far, both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Caught him. Those counter punches have to hurt. It's all offense all the time. Punch himself out, though. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, they're... Whoa, wait a minute! Julio Cesar Chavez in some serious trouble. Let's talk about Hector Camacho in that last round. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
There's a lot on the...
Here in round 8. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Ready for that counter punch. Did you see that? Dios mío! Is Julio Cesar Chavez gonna go down? Keeping those gloves up, the guard high, paying dividends as it seems that moment of trouble has passed.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Carrying away the right hook. A big headshot and he goes down. We have got to see that again in slow motion.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Some might have thought it was a little bit closer, but in the end, the referees are in a...
Now what we gonna do right here is settle the score. Look around you. We got a whole room full of monsters. We gonna shut it down like this. Let's go. Yeah. The tricks of the trade, the rules of the game. I've been to the top and I've been to the bottom. I tell you they look about the same. I can speak about comfort, I can speak about pain. You wanna come do this, study my movements.
What a lovely afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set to rumble here at Empire Fight Camp. My name is Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be
Hector Macho Camacho. Don't let his good looks and personality. Juan Manuel Marquez. And when you see this man, you know what you're getting. Dinamita comes right at you relentlessly. He's never been in a boring fight.
This is going to be an intense stare-off before the fight starts.
Is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, and now hailing from Bayamon, Puerto Rico.
And of course, we fight outside today, Johnny, and that's going to put a little extra strain on. The build up to this fight has been incredible. Both of these men verbally sparring for weeks, and now they get it on for real. Left hand. Caution being thrown to the wind. Back and forth they go. It is a sunny and hot day, and no, we're not inside. No air conditioning or air con, as they say in the UK.
Todd, this is something you could never, ever get used to. How many gyms are built outside? How many times do we train, spar, and everything outside? Now you're having a fight outside. This is where fighters may gas themselves out. This is where the environment may make so much of a difference. You may not realize it, but watch when the rounds roll on.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Good right jab. Nice idea, and that hook lands. No defense for that hook. Well done with that counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Hector Camacho that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage. Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? Got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you won that hands down.
This fighter is all about finesse, using a lot of angles and lateral movement.
This is what makes outside fighters so good. Their footwork is second to none. It's as fast as their hands.
Failing to score with that right hook. Caution is being thrown to the wind. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
That jab doesn't score. Beautiful counter punch. Nice defense on that hook. Can't score with that hook again. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. talk about Hector Camacho. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the... There's the bell to start round 3. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That hook is parried away. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They're giving us a high-tempo show. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Figure out the combination to this safe.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be judges.
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Marquez is rocked. A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
3 days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Hector Camacho that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Win the round on your jab.
Yes, I like that round. Good round. You feel good? Good man. Good man.
Okay, you let him back into that fight, and that's his round. Here you go.
Can't miss.
There's the bell for round 4. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Good defense blocking the right jab. Nice counter shot. The jab misses. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork, or you're going to be a cooked goose.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Timing beats speed. Speed beats... Whoa, wait a minute! Oh, watch out! Camacho might be ready to go! Try to buy time. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not...
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Hector Camacho in that last round. That was almost a 10-8. There's the bell to start round 5. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They exchange punches. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. That counter punch caught him clean. Well, Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Good defense stopping that jab. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Marquez is hurt. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. So much for boxing. This is a fight. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Hector Camacho that last round. They've got
That's his round.
There's the bell for round 6. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Good punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. And they figure out the combination to the... I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you okay?
The referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Final. And Hector Camacho couldn't take any more. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
You're right, Todd. What a shot. One, two, three, 4, 5. Give me your ball.
Let's talk about Marquez. Here we go. It's round 7. They've got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walked right through?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked. Misses with the straight left. Blistering hand speed from both of these outstanding lightweights.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Having a hard time finding a home with that right uppercut. They blocked the left there. Marquez is dazed. Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
Shot from the gods, they say.
1, 2, 3, 4. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Let's talk about Marquez in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed. And they're back at it again here in round 8. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
You'd like to see more jabs. Here we go with these two lightning-quick lightweights.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. They've got to relax.
Let's watch that again and replay from a different angle.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You are right.
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. And that's it, a unanimous decision win.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight, what a style, what a pace to get a unanimous decision. That is mad.